Oregon tea tree. It grows as a bush. This is pretty how it presents. It's a plant that comes in after a fire, and it's already flowered. You can see that these are the flowers that have already went to seed here. And this is an interesting plant as far as our red roots, because it's very fragrant. The leaves themselves are very fragrant. As you can see, it has the 3 veins that kind of go to the stem there. Gray-green on the one side, on the bottom side, and then on the top side it's extremely shiny and kind of slightly leathery. But it has a very, very nice flavor, and that flavor extends to the roots. Yeah, and it's got a light kind of, it's a very pleasant taste, and you can use the leaves in a couple different ways. You can use it as a tea, dry the leaves and then make a tea. It's very nice. It's pretty close to the back east Ceanothus americanus, or the New Jersey tea that is common back east, at least. This is our big leafed Ceanothus species, and you do several things with it. You use the whole plant. As far as the roots are not like a Fendleri or some of our other Ceanothus that are red all the way through. The redness only extends to the very outer bark. So what you do is you take a hammer or a rock and you wash the root first in a creek or stream lightly, and then just lightly tap it, and the bark will peel off. And then this will be tinctured in a fresh plant tincture. I would say a good ratio would be about anywhere from 60 to 75% alcohol. It's a fairly dry, at least this time of year in this part of the west. It's drying out. As far as the leaf, if you're going to do a fresh leaf tincture, you'd probably want a higher percentage, more like 75%. But those two formulas, the leaf formula fresh plant tincture, or a tea and the root tincture, very effective lymphatic and good for tonsillitis. It's a astringent. It has a lot of antimicrobial properties. It's restorative to the liver. It's a very valuable plant to have. And this is in a burned area. If I'm going to harvest one, I will harvest a very small one. And that way the root, I can handle the root. This one would have enormous roots. I'll show you a root. I did harvest a little bit. So here we see some of the roots that I harvested today. You can see I just scraped it off just a tiny bit to show you that bright red color. And that will turn a tincture almost instantly a burgundy red. It's extremely potent, extremely resinous. It's got a high amount of resin. So if you're going to do this one, you might want to add a little bit of glycerin so it doesn't settle out. It is quite astringent, but like I said, with that resinous quality, it has a slight sweetness, slight wintergreen, and that is really what you're wanting. So here are some roots that you can see them here. Unfortunately, you have to get off that outer layer. The inner layer is not really medicinally active in this species. Here are the leaves. I'll pare these leaves out, dry them, and also definitely use them for a tincture and a tea. The flavor is exquisite. It's an exquisite flavor with the Oregon tea tree, or I call it the sticky Ceanothus, because it's very sticky when you grab the leaves. Great medicinal plant to use, and like I said, you want to gather these smaller roots. You don't want to mess with these great big ones, because unless you have a piece of equipment, you'll never get them out. On the Medicine Road, endless Medicine Road here.